What happens when one man challenges an entire system? Jack Ma went from humble poverty, failing school, being rejected by jobs, and navigating hardship to building one of the biggest companies in the world. But when he spoke too boldly, his world turned upside down, and suddenly, he vanished. This is his unbelievable true story. Jack Ma, born Ma Yun in 1964 in Hangzhou, Zhejiang, grew up in a poor family. His father was a traditional musician and storyteller. His mother sold small goods. Money was tight, opportunities scarce. From a young age, Jack experienced limitations that would later fuel his ambition, determination, and hunger for a world beyond Hangzhou. As a child, Jack wasn't academically gifted. On the high school entrance exam, he scored just 31 points in math. He struggled socially and was transferred to a less prestigious school after behavioral problems. Despite setbacks, his curiosity about the world and hunger for knowledge never wavered. At age 12, Jack began listening to English radio and bicycled 17 miles daily to the Hangzhou International Hotel. There, he greeted and spoke with international tourists, offering free tours to practice English. He earned the nickname Jack because many Westerners struggled with his Chinese name. These interactions broadened his worldview. After failing twice to enter university, Jack studied English at Hangzhou Normal University, graduating in 1988. He worked as an English teacher, earning modest pay, but his ambitions stretched far beyond. Early hardships, rejection, and outsider status shaped resilience, persistence, and belief in opportunity. In 1995, Jack traveled to the United States as a translator. There, he discovered the internet and realized Chinese companies and culture were almost invisible online. He saw an opportunity to build a bridge connecting Chinese businesses to the global market, a vision that would define his future. Back in Hangzhou, armed with ambition and persistence, but little tech expertise, Jack co-founded a small translation and online service venture. Early limitations and bureaucracy hardened his conviction. Private enterprise and internet-driven commerce could transform China's future. In 1999, Jack gathered 17 friends in a small apartment and pitched a radical idea: build a global online marketplace where small Chinese businesses could sell worldwide. With limited money, servers, and resources, he relied on conviction, vision, and teamwork. Many thought he was crazy, but he believed in transformation. The first years were brutal. Without brand recognition or trust, convincing sellers and buyers was hard. Technical failures and skeptical investors made survival difficult. But Jack's charisma, persistence, and vision held the team together. "You can't give up today because tomorrow might be your breakthrough," he often said. Despite obstacles, Alibaba slowly grew. Merchants began listing products, and the company expanded into buyer-seller matching, payments, and logistics. Step by step, trust was built, and Alibaba began to show the power of digital commerce in China. Growth was steady, but hard-earned. By 2014, Alibaba had one of the largest IPOs in history, catapulting it to a global e-commerce giant. Jack Ma became a symbol not just of business success, but of China's digital transformation. He inspired millions, encouraged creativity and risk-taking, and became a mentor and spokesperson for entrepreneurship. But with visibility came risk. In China, politics, regulation, and business were closely linked. Companies like Alibaba challenged traditional financial institutions. Bold public statements could provoke consequences, and influence carried dangers. Success was no guarantee of immunity. In October 2020, at a Shanghai financial forum, Jack criticized China's financial regulations, calling them rigid and suppressive of innovation. For many, it was brave and honest. For powerful gatekeepers, it crossed a line. The stage was set for unprecedented challenges for Alibaba and Ant Group. Days later, Regulators halted Ant Group's IPO, expected to be the largest ever. Investigations into antitrust and governance began. Alibaba faced restructuring orders. Ant had to return to basic payment services, shedding lending and wealth management arms. The shock was global. Markets and investors were stunned. Following this, Jack disappeared from public view. No speeches, interviews, or social media. He skipped scheduled appearances. Media, investors, and the public speculated, was he detained? Silenced? Waiting for the storm to pass? The silence created a real-world mystery, showing even billionaires are not untouchable. 3 months later, in January 2021, Jack reappeared via a short livestream at a rural teacher award event by his foundation. Low profile, modest, and controlled. No press, no crowd. The message: Jack Ma was okay, but the landscape had changed. Influence required caution, humility, and discretion. By early 2023, Ant Group announced major restructuring. Jack relinquished most voting rights. Control was dispersed. Ant shifted from fintech disruptor to a regulated, conventional financial services company. Jack's focus moved from public spectacle to private influence and mentorship. In subsequent years, Jack remained minimally visible. He attended philanthropic events, rural education initiatives, and occasional school visits. In March 2023, he visited a school in his hometown, symbolizing his evolution from tech mogul to mentor, from public spectacle to private impact. Jack Ma's story shows resilience, vision, and adaptability. From academic failure and job rejections to building global empires, he demonstrates that circumstances don't define destiny, mindset does. His journey proves that bold thinking, persistence, and learning from setbacks are keys to transformation. Jack Ma's journey proves life isn't a straight line. From humble hardship to global triumph, then sudden fall, silence, and cautious return. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe, and comment. Whose life should we explore next? Someone who rose fast, fell hard, or is still fighting to rewrite their destiny?